magnetic field due to a current. So this is our fourth lecture. In previous lecture we have seen magnetic field due to a straight conductor. A straight conductor of infinite length, a straight conductor of finite length, a straight conductor of semi-infinite length. Different cases we have discussed. So today in this lecture we will discuss magnetic field due to a circular current. So let us take a circular loop carrying a current I. So this is a loop carrying current I. Let us assume the radius of the loop to be R. So this is the radius of the loop. Now we have to find out the magnetic field due to this circular loop at its center. So let us say this is the center. So now we have to apply Biot-Savart's law. So Biot-Savart's law, it is given in integral form. So dB is mu naught by 4 pi into ideal sin theta upon r square. Now here theta is the angle between current element, this current element, and the position vector where you have to find out the magnetic field. So let us take a small current element here. So this is a small current element dl, and direction of this current element is along the direction of current. So in this loop, current at any point will be tangential. So current will be tangential to this point. So this is the direction of current, and we want the distance at which we are finding out the magnetic field. So we are finding out the magnetic field due to this small current element at a distance of r, or at point C. This point C is at a distance of r. Now angle. So angle between this position vector and current element, it is 90 degrees. A tangent will make an angle 90 degrees with radius vector. So dB comes out to be, dB is equal to mu naught by 4 pi into I dl upon r square. Sin theta, it has become 1 because theta is 90 degrees, so sin 90 is 1, and the distance between the current element, the perpendicular distance. So here we have taken this distance r, so r, small r, so that is nothing but the radius of this loop, so r square. Now we have to add all these fields due to all the small current elements. You have a current element here, you have a current element here. So if you see the direction, because when you are adding the magnetic fields, we need the direction. So let us see what is the direction of magnetic field due to this current element at point C. So along the direction of current, and curl your fingers to a point C, the magnetic field is inside the board. Okay, so this magnetic field is inside the board. Then similarly, if you take a current element here, so the current element direction will be in the direction of current and it is tangential. So due to this current element, this is the palm in the direction of current element, and we are curling our fingers towards position vector where you have to find out the magnetic field. So this is also inside the board. If you consider the current element at this point, then the direction of current element is tangential to this small element, and curl your fingers towards C. So field will be inside the board. So the magnetic field due to all the current elements is inside the board. So we will add, all are in same direction, so we will add them. So integrate. Now integration of dB is B. Now here I will take out constants from integration sign. So mu naught 4 pi is a constant. Current flowing in this circular loop is also constant, and the distance from the current element to the point where you are finding out the magnetic field is also constant. So this is a current element, it is at a distance of r. So this is a current element, it is at a distance of r. This is a current element, it is at a distance of r. You take any current element on this loop, they are all at a distance of r, that is radius of this circular loop. So mu naught I by 4 pi r square, these are constants. Then we'll integrate dl. So now integration of dl. So if you add all these small elements, dl, all elements on this circular loop, you will get the perimeter of this circle or the circumference of this circle. So B is equal to mu naught I by 4 pi r square. Addition of all these small current elements will give you 2 pi r, that is circumference of the circle. Then magnetic field B at the center of this loop, 2 pi will cancel out with pi will cancel, 2 cancel here. So r, 1 r will cancel with r square, 1 r here. So mu naught I. Now 2 pi r is gone. So we will remain with 2r. So mu naught upon 2r is the magnetic field due to this circular current at its center. Now direction. So direction, now here earlier we have used right hand palm rule. So here you can use right hand thumb rule. So right hand thumb rule is nothing but curl your fingers in the direction of current, then the direction of thumb will give you the magnetic field. Okay. So this current, the sense of the current is clockwise. If I curl the fingers in the direction of current, that is clockwise, then magnetic field is inside the board. Suppose if the current direction is opposite or sense of the current is anti-clockwise, then I'll curl the fingers in the direction of current, thumb will give the direction of magnetic field. So here the magnetic field is outside the board at the center, and here the magnetic field is inside the board. So this equation will give you magnetic field due to a circular current at its center. Fine. So now sometimes you have more number of loops. So we have considered a single loop. So we can have more loops. So here let us say there are some n number of loops. So number of loops here are n, closely spaced. So we'll neglect any difference in radius, or this even they can be placed one above the other. So there are n number of turns. Then the magnetic field will be due to all the turns. So magnetic field due to one turn will be mu naught I by 2r. Then n number of turns, magnetic field will be equal to mu naught I by 2r into n. Okay. So in this way you can find out magnetic field due to a circular current. Now this circular current may not be the full loop, you may have half loop. So loop is half. So this is R, this is R, radius. Okay. So current is I. Then if you have seen here, we have integrated the length of this current element. Now when it was a full circle, then the length was 2 pi r. Now we have only half of the circle, so length will be pi r. So here magnetic field at its center B will be equal to mu naught I by 4 pi r, half of whatever we got there. So this is for a full circle. Now this is for a semicircle. So you can find out for any angle theta. So that is nothing but, how we'll find out? Just we'll remove this and we'll write the equation which we got. So B, magnetic field at its center is mu naught I by 2R for one loop. If you have n number of loops, just multiply with n. So magnetic field will be due to each loop. So for suppose if you have any arbitrary angle, so this is theta, this is the radius, and a loop is given carrying a current I. Now we want to find out the magnetic field due to this loop at its center. So for 2 pi radians, magnetic field is mu naught I by 2R. Then for theta radians, how much will be the magnetic field? Okay, so it is very simple. So that is magnetic field mu naught I by 2 pi multiplied by theta upon, magnetic field mu naught I by 2R into theta by 2 pi. So for 2 pi angle you have magnetic field mu naught I by 2R. Then for angle theta, magnetic field will be mu naught I by 2R into theta upon 2 pi. So suppose this theta is pi, then you have half of the magnetic field. Okay. So if this theta is pi by 2, then you have 1/4 of the magnetic field. So in that way we can calculate magnetic field. So that will be more clear when we take some examples to illustrate the magnetic field due to a circular current at its center. So now we'll find out magnetic field due to a circular current on its axis. So let us take a circular loop. So this loop is perpendicular to the plane of the board. So let us say this is center and radius is R. So this loop is kept like this. Okay. So half of the part is inside the board, half of the part is outside the board. And let us say current is flowing like this. So here the current is coming outside at this point. Current is coming outside, and here current is going inside. So loop is like this. This is circular part, it is like this. Okay. So this current is coming out and this current is going inside. Now we want to find out magnetic field due to this circular current on its axis, or about a point which is on the axis. So axis is in the plane of the board, whatever this axis is there, this is in the plane of the board, and this circular loop is perpendicular to this plane of the board. Okay, so we'll take some point P. So we'll find out magnetic field on the axis. This is the axis of this circular loop. Now let us say the distance d. We want to find out magnetic field due to this circular current about a point P which is at a distance of d on its axis. So this is distance d. Now we'll take a small element here. So let us say this is a small current element and the current is coming outside the board. So now whatever magnetic field is there, so that magnetic field will lie in this plane, because by by cross product, the magnetic field vector should be perpendicular to the current element as well as the position vector. So now the position vector we are taking, this is the position vector. So let us say this position vector is Z. Now Z can be written as this is a right angle triangle. So root of R square plus D square. So Z is root of R square plus D square. Now this Z vector, this is a position vector from the current element to point P where you are finding out the magnetic field. So this is perpendicular. Okay. Then the direction of field at this point due to this small element. So here this is coming outside the board, current is coming outside the board, and we have to curl our fingers towards Z, and also by vector product the magnetic field will lie in this plane, or the magnetic field is along this direction, means it is perpendicular. Magnetic field vector should be perpendicular to position vector as well as current element. Now current element is perpendicular. Okay. So this current element will be perpendicular to Z as well as perpendicular to B. So this is 90 degrees. So this is magnetic field due to that small element. Now similarly, if we consider the current element here, then current is moving inside the board. So magnetic field at this point P, if you join this, so magnetic field at this point P, so from here we have to curl our fingers in this direction. So magnetic field will be along this direction. So let us assume this angle to be theta. Now if you see, the magnetic field has two components. One is dB cos theta and another component along this direction, that is dB sin theta. So this is dB. Fine. Now similarly, due to this current element, just diametrically opposite to this point here. So it is along this direction, it will also make angle theta. Then one component along this direction, another component along this direction. So this component will cancel out with this component. Then similarly, you take any element, there is another element which will cancel out this direction field. So y direction field. So suppose now if you take one element here, if you take another element just opposite to this, then the magnetic field along y direction, the component of magnetic field along y direction will cancel out. Okay. So then the total field which we get only along x direction or along the direction of this axis. So that is dB cos theta. So suppose if you consider this circular loop, if you consider this loop like this and this is the axis, then if I take an element here, I have taken the element at this point, then if you join this element with point P, then if you take another element here, if you join with point P, so this will form a cone, and all the distances from this, you take any current element here, so the distance from this current element to point P, they are all at a distance of Z. So distances are equal, and now this is a current element and you have taken Z, so this is making an angle 90 degrees. Okay, so here current element is making an angle 90 degrees with this position vector. So sin 90 will be 1. So sine 90 will be 1. So all these current elements, it is forming a cone. So all the current elements are contributing a magnetic field of dB cos theta. So we have to add all these magnetic fields, and all those magnetic fields are in same direction. So now let us apply Biot-Savart's law. So mu naught I upon 4 pi dl sin theta upon z square. Sorry, dl sin theta upon z square. Okay. So now this sin theta, see here, this is not theta. So let us take this angle for time being as alpha. Then sin alpha. So this alpha is 90 degrees. Is the current element 90. Because any line you draw in this plane, it will be perpendicular to the current element, because current is entering like this. So sin alpha comes out to be, so this is dB. So dB is mu naught I by 4 pi dl upon z square. This is magnetic field. Now we want, or we have only the magnetic field which is contributing here, that is cos theta component. So we'll take cos theta component. So B, integration of this, B will be equal to mu naught I dl cos theta upon 4 pi z square. Okay. This angle is alpha, this angle I have taken theta. Fine. So the magnetic field which will, these components will cancel, only magnetic field which we will get will be along this direction. So mu naught I dl cos theta by 4 pi z square. Now we have to find out cos theta. So see here, this is theta, this is 90 degrees, so this will be 90 minus theta. So from this triangle we will get sin 90 minus theta is equal to cos theta. So sin 90 minus theta, opposite side by hypotenuse. So this will be equal to R upon Z. Now we will put it in this equation. So B will be equal to mu naught I dl cos theta is R upon Z. So here we have 4 pi. This is Z square into Z, or this is R upon Z. Okay, so this will come out to be mu naught I by 4 pi R upon Z cube dl. So now we have to integrate this dl element. So we will be adding all the magnetic fields due to all the elements. Now if you take all the elements here, Z is constant everywhere. From anywhere you take, Z will be constant. So it is forming a cone. So dl is nothing but the total length we have to consider, all the elements on this length. So that is nothing but 2 pi r. So this will be equal to mu naught I r, here 2 pi r, dl is 2 pi r upon 4 pi z square. Okay. So finally you will get mu naught I r square. So here 2 pi, here 4 pi. So 2 will remain, 2 z square. Now z is nothing but root of r square plus d square. So not z square. Here we have z into z. So this will be z cube. Here z cube. So z is nothing but r square plus d square, or this is r square plus d square raised to half. So we will get r square plus d square raised to 3 by 2. It is cube. Okay. So this is the magnetic field due to a circular loop at a distance of d on its axis. Magnetic field due to a circular loop on its axis about a distance d from its center. So from center this distance is d. R is radius. Fine. So we got this equation. Now we'll analyze that equation. So let us take the loop. Axis, radius is r, current is I, distance is d, then magnetic field is along this direction. If you take a current like this, so it is along this direction. So here the magnetic field is along this direction and that is equal to B, and this B is equal to mu naught I r square upon 2 into r square plus d square raised to 3 by 2. Okay, so this is the magnetic field. Now, suppose if you want to find out the magnetic field at the center. So at the center of the loop, D will become 0. So if you put D equal to 0 in this equation, then B will be equal to mu naught I r square upon 2 into D is 0. So r square raised to 3 by 2. So this will be mu naught I r square upon 2r cube. Mu naught I upon 2r. Okay, r square raised to 3 by 2 is r cube. Then we have mu naught I by 2r. So the same which we have found out for a circular loop at its center. So on the axis you can find out wherever you want by putting the value of D. So now let us understand by taking some examples. Now suppose, example 1. Suppose if you have a loop like this. So this is infinite wire, infinite, carrying a current I, so this is I. So let us say radius is R. We want to find out the magnetic field due to this wire about its center. So this is the center C, or about this point. That is the center of this circular part. Now, this is semi-infinite wire, but this point C is on the line of the wire. So magnetic field due to this wire at point C will be 0. Similarly, magnetic field due to this wire about point C will be 0 because that point C is lying on the line of the wire. Okay, so this is the length of the wire. If you extend this, it is lying on that point. So it is 0. Then you will have magnetic field due to this loop. So this is semicircular loop. For complete loop, it is mu naught I by 2r. For semicircular loop, it will be half of that. So magnetic field is mu naught I by 4r, or magnetic field B is equal to mu naught I by 2r multiplied by theta by 2 pi. So now here angle subtended is pi. So mu naught I by 2 pi into pi upon 2 pi. So that will come out to be mu naught I by 4 pi. So this is the magnetic field. Now the direction of magnetic field. So we are using right hand thumb rule. So direction of magnetic field is inside the board. So it is inside the board. Or just simply if you look at the wire, if the sense of current is in clockwise direction, then magnetic field will be inside the board. And if the sense of the current is in anti-clockwise direction, magnetic field will be outside the board. Then similarly, another problem. Second problem. So second problem, infinite wire, infinitely long, it's going like this. So current I, radius R, this is radius R. So current is moving like this. Now we want to find out magnetic field at this point. Point C. It is the center of this semicircular loop. Fine. So now again you have this part of the straight wire. So it is semi-infinite. Another straight wire, semi-infinite, and half loop or semicircular loop. Then due to this wire, magnetic field at this point will be 0 because this point is lying on the line of the conductor, so it is 0. Then we have magnetic field due to this, so this circular loop. So magnetic field due to this circular loop at the center will be mu naught I by 4R, mu naught I by 2R for complete circle. Half circle, half of that. So half of that. Direction we have to see. The direction is inside the board. So it is inside. Then magnetic field due to this wire. So this is semi-infinite wire. So at a distance R. Fine. So this will be the perpendicular distance. So it is given by mu naught I by 4 pi d. For an infinite wire, mu naught I by 2 pi d. For a semi-infinite wire, half of that, mu naught I by 4 pi. Now here d is R, so R. Direction. So direction, palm towards the direction of current, curl your fingers towards C, it is inside the board. So this is also inside the board. Fine. So total magnetic field at point C will be equal to mu naught I by 4R plus mu naught I by 4 pi R. Both are in the same direction. So this will be B. And we can take some common things which are there in both the equations. So mu naught I by 4R into 1 plus 1 upon pi. And direction inside the board. So direction is inside the. Fine. So similarly, next to problem 3. So problem 3. So we have a wire like this. Okay, so again this is semicircular. So this is radius R. Radius R. Radius R. Okay, so current is flowing like this. This is the direction of current. Find the magnitude of magnetic field due to this wire. So we have to find out magnetic field at the center. Now see here, again this is a semi-infinite wire. Okay, so semi-infinite wire at a distance D, and this is also semi-infinite wire. So point C, this wire is at a distance of R and half circle. So we'll write due to this wire. So due to this wire, magnetic field at point C will be equal to mu naught I by 4 pi d, that is 4 pi. Then similarly due to this wire, mu naught I by 4 pi r, mu naught I by 4 pi d, so d is r. And semicircular wire, mu naught I by 4 r. Now let us see the direction. So due to this wire, magnetic field at point C is inside the board. Then similarly due to this wire, magnetic field is inside the board. Due to this wire, magnetic field is inside the board. So we have magnetic field due to all the current elements inside the board. So total magnetic field at this point will be equal to mu naught I by 4r plus mu naught I by 4 pi r plus mu naught I by 4 pi r. So this is inside the board. So inside. So total field we can write mu naught I by 4r plus, this is mu naught I by 2 pi r, it's 2 times. Then what common we can take from both the equations? So common is mu naught I by 2r is common. Then here we will have 1 by 2 and here we will have 1 by pi. So this is the magnetic field due to this wire at its center or at point C, center of the semicircular part. Okay, so we will have many combinations. So just you have to see separately, finite wire separately, infinite wire separately, semi-infinite wire, circular wire. So in that way, if you see them separately, it is very easy to solve the problems, and these problems are very interesting. So here we have two circular loops. Centers are same. So it is carrying a current I, is the direction of current. Radius A and B. So here the radius is A and here radius is B. So this is point C, center of both the circular loops. So we have to find out magnetic field due to this wire at center C. Okay. So now again, magnetic field due to this part is 0. Magnetic field due to this wire, whatever length of the wire is there. So due to this wire is 0 at point C, because if you extend this line, so this point C is lying on the line of the wire. Then similarly, due to this, magnetic field will be inside the board, and here also, see, this is clockwise, this is also clockwise. So magnetic field will be inside the board. So both magnetic fields will be added. Now this is semicircular wire. So mu naught I by 4B, 4A due to this, and due to this it will be mu naught I by 4B. It is mu naught I by 4R. So radius is A, and for this loop radius is B. So total magnetic field B will be equal to mu naught I by 4 into 1 by A plus 1 by B. So this is magnetic field. Then similarly, we have another configuration. So configuration is question number 5. So 5 is okay. So again semicircular A and B. So this radius is A and this radius is B. And current flowing in the loop. So current is flowing like this. So direction, just you take direction, whatever direction earlier we got, okay. So earlier direction was inside the board. So just I rub it because directions are important. Now again, this is a wire, this is a straight conductor, but the line of this straight conductor is passing through this point. So magnetic field due to this wire is 0 at this point, and magnetic field due to this wire at point C is also 0. So we have magnetic field due to this wire. So now this is clockwise. So magnetic field is inside the board. This is anti-clockwise. Magnetic field is outside the board. Okay. So magnetic field due to this wire. So magnetic field due to this part will be mu naught I by 4A. Magnetic field due to this mu naught I by 4B. This is clockwise. Sense of the current is clockwise. So magnetic field is inside. Anti-clockwise, magnetic field is outside. So this is inside. This is outside. Taking outside direction to be positive, then magnetic field at point C here, it will be mu naught I by 4B minus mu naught I by 4A. Okay. So few things are common in both the equations. So that will be 1 by B by 1 by A. 1 by B minus 1 by A. Okay. Yes. So now next, 6th question. Circular loop and current is carrying. So we have a circular loop and semi-infinite wires. So one wire is coming like this and this wire is going like this. So current I coming from this direction. This is infinite. This is also infinite length. So this current will flow here. Okay. So there is a small gap. So any magnetic field due to this small missing element can be neglected. So then current, so it will come out. Now radius is R. So we have to find out magnetic field at the center, and radius is R. Okay. So now at the center, see here, this is semi-infinite wire. So the perpendicular distance, this is perpendicular distance for both the wires. So this is R. Now magnetic field will be due to this wire, magnetic field will be due to this wire, and magnetic field will be due to the circular loop. So now if you see here, so magnetic field due to this wire is outside the board, magnetic field due to this wire is outside the board. So we can assume this whole wire as an infinite wire, or you assume this as semi-infinite, both the fields will add up. Then we have a circular wire, so magnetic field due to this circular wire at its center, so that is mu naught I by 2R plus inside the board and this is outside the board. So this is inside the board and magnetic field due to this infinitely long wire is outside the board. So outside the board we will take positive. So this is inside. Outside the board it will be mu naught I by 2 pi d total infinite wire, or you can take this as half. So mu naught I by 4 pi r plus mu naught I by 4 pi r, because magnetic field due to both these wires are in same direction. So this is outside the board. Okay, outside. This is inside the board. So total field taking outward direction as positive, mu naught I by 2 pi r minus mu naught I by 2 r. So this will be mu naught I 2 r into 1 upon pi minus 1. Okay, outward direction we are taking positive. Then next, yes, so same, but here there is a slight change in the connection. So actually this wire is going like this. So let us remove the direction of currents. So another problem. So this wire coming from infinity, so it is going like this, and from here it is coming out. So this is non-touching. So here the current direction will be I. Okay, yes. So this wire is coming out. So this is a continuous wire going like this, and from here this wire is coming out. So let's show non-touching. So again now field. See here the direction is reversed. So the field will be outside. So same field mu naught I by 2r, but it is outside. Then similarly due to this wire it is outside. Due to this wire is also outside. Semi-infinite plus semi-infinite, infinite. So both are in the same direction. So mu naught I by 2 pi r plus mu naught I by 2r, 1 by pi, 1 by pi plus 1. So this is the magnetic field. Then we have one more problem. So problem number 8. This is theta. So this is circular. Extend this part. Current flowing like this. And it is flowing in this direction. Okay. So let us say this is point C. So this radius assume as A, and the radius of the outer circular wire B. Now this is a wire. So we have to find out magnetic field due to this wire at point C. So C is the center of these arcs. Fine. Okay. So now magnetic field due to this straight conductor at this point C is 0, because the line of this straight conductor will pass through this point. Similarly, you have another straight conductor. Magnetic field due to this straight conductor at point C is 0 because it is passing through point C. Then we have circular arc. So we'll take this arc. So magnetic field due to this will be, and current flowing is I. So mu naught I by 2r for the complete circle. Now we have angle theta. So mu naught I by 2r into theta by 2 pi. Fine. Then similarly here. So due to this part, it will be mu naught I. So here, what is the radius for the smaller arc? Radius is A. So let us replace radius. So mu naught I by 2r. So for the larger arc, it is B. Radius is B. So 2b into theta by 2 pi. Same angle. Now let us see the direction. This is anti-clockwise, so outside the board. This is clockwise, so inside the board. Outside the board, inside the board. So this is outside the board. This is inside the board. So now let us take outward direction as positive. Then we'll write magnetic field is equal to mu naught I theta by 4 pi a. This is outward direction, minus mu naught I theta by 4 pi b. So this will be equal to mu naught I theta by 4 pi into 1 by a minus 1 by b. So this is the magnetic field. Okay, so we'll have one more problem, one more. So you can just pause and see this. Okay, so just I am removing. So I'll try to complete this in 1 hour, and when you are watching this video, so you can just pause and look for the things in a better way. So it may take 1.5 hours for you. So we have a circular loop. So here current is entering I, and here current is leaving. Okay, so now if you see, just we have to find out magnetic field at the center, and let us say radius of the loop is r. So then what will happen? Here current is coming, and this current is I. So this side, it has two paths. Let us say this is P and this is Q. So to go from P to Q, you have two paths. So both paths are equal paths, equivalent paths. Resistances are same, with the same loop made up of same wire. So here current will be I by 2, here current will be I by 2. Now radius is same, you have to find out the magnetic field at the center. So due to this part, it is inside the board, and due to this part, it is outside the board. Clockwise, inside the board. Anti-clockwise, this is anti-clockwise, outside the board. And magnetic fields are same. So total magnetic field at the center will be 0. Okay, yes. So for today, this is enough. So we'll see something new in the next chapter, or combination of the problems of straight wire and circular wire, or we'll see some other topic. Okay.